TNT, good morning, good morning. Good morning, another blessed day. Like I tell you every day, Lord Father gave you is a blessed day. Because He gave you, and He had to give you, yeah? So take a second out your day and give thanks. And pray for your brothers and sisters, because right now people in Trinidad, especially with that bad weather that come through with flooding and all kind of thing happen, and I pray everybody's safe. I pray all you're safe. Look out for each other. If you know somebody that affected by that and you have, help out. As your brother and sister, will you help each other? So take a second out your day and give thanks and pray for people in the country. Anyway, let me get into it, huh? I want to touch on a couple things. Me ain't gonna try to keep it too long, but you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. So let me talk. Couple things I want to touch on. I go talk about Venezuela, what happened there and what going on with American military and Venezuela. I want to talk about the oil deal in Pointe-à-Pitre. I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about Mr. Donald Trump and some of these things happening with them, blowing up them boat and submarine and drug claim and things like that. I want to talk about that. And I also going to talk about Miss Kamala, because she make her appearance, she show up, but she show up for the Americans, not Trinidadians. So we go talk about that too. All right, let me start off. First of all, let me start off with Venezuela. Now, yesterday, when I tell all you, I post a short video letting all you know what's going on. Well, I found out them was Reaper drones was flying all around Venezuela. Also, the 160th SOARS unit, what I tell all you about that. Black Hawk helicopter and them little small helicopter and thing. I tell all you about that too. Well, what happened? Venezuela know it was coming. They find out, they say, we know it coming. And when I tell all you, they was holding, what they call it, like a exercise, a military exercise. It was no military exercise. They organized the army. So, everything gone online. Them see them coming a mile away. They get within about, what they say is about 50 miles off the coast of Venezuela, and then they had to turn back. They had B-52 bomber and all kind of thing they was sending there. They turned back. Venezuela was ready. Maduro had over 150,000 soldiers, and all the weapon system, everything went online. He was ready one time. He knew it was coming. No. United States, the league come down and say that they are dropping in, or they have inserted US and CIA Black Ops, which is Delta Force, Green Beret, Army Rangers, SEAL Team 6, things like that. They say, allegedly, they say they have inserted them into Venezuela. That's what them say. I can't confirm that. I can't say, well, partner, this is exactly what they do, because here's what has happened. When I telling all these things here, so government don't release all the information until years down the road. You could get bits and pieces here, and usually again it from people inside. And they only releasing what the government let them release. They only telling all you what they letting all you know, or what they get catch doing. So, considering the force them building up there, I would not be surprised if that is what they were not told earlier. Reports are they insult people using submersibles and rebreathers. It's not a submarine like you think. It's not the kind of submarine where it have a pressurized hull, everything pressurized and you could breathe inside. Nah. It's like a it's like a convertible that is go underwater. You wear a rebreather unit and you sit down in it and the whole thing flooded with water and you just glide through the water. That is what it's like. And rumors are they use the waterways in the riverways and things like that to get up inside the bush and all kind of thing. That is how them getting there. That is the rumor. Now, Maduro put the country on full military alert and they are ready to go at any minute now. Anything happen is war. Right now they are in a state of war. That is what coming out of Venezuela there. So they preparing for war. The US is coming closer and closer and closer. And they practicing off the coast of Venezuela for quick beach landing and quick insertion into Venezuela. They're going after Caracas. They're going straight to Caracas, which I find a little bit funny. Not funny in a kind of laugh and jokey kind of way, eh? But strange, and here's why. Because in order to get to Caracas there, so you have to bypass Margarita Island. And even the US military say they know for a fact Margarita Island is used as a terrorist training ground. Controlled by Iran and Hamas and this one, they know that for a fact. But you ain't hearing one word about Margarita Island, you know. At all, partner, you ain't hearing nothing. But them talking about Caracas. Them going to kill Maduro. And the US releasing all kind of propaganda saying Maduro called them and offer deal and he want to deal and he will do this and he will give them control of oil. None of that take place, partner. Nothing of the sort take place. That was propaganda. And I will show you how bad the propaganda is. Them two Trinidadians that get killed in that boat. They tell all you it was a drug boat. Then they put pictures showing this is all the drugs. But the picture crop at the bottom. Sorry, there was a truck passing this way. Drugs on the bottom there, so. Got a crop picture. And on the top you see man say, look, he's a gang member and a drug dealer. With 2 men from a remand, all kind of thing. But when I look, I couldn't find no police record. I can't find no court case. I can't find nothing. I can't find no charge. I can't find no headline. Nothing. Drug dealer. U.S. Homeland Security released a picture on Twitter showing the back half of a boat. The stern of the boat. You see it have 4 motor and a whole bunch of package wrap up, Wrap up in the boat. And they say, look, this is the proof. All you see, they're not shipping drugs. Look, the drugs there. That is the proof. I believe it was a journalist in Spain, from Spain, that come out and show them that was a lie. Because the back half of the boat them show, and they didn't show the whole boat, just the back half. The picture they show was from a drug bus last year, please God, or the year before, off the coast of the Canary Islands that was being shipped into Spain. That is the drugs they show. That wasn't from the Caribbean. That was not from Trinidad, going to Trinidad. And it wasn't going to America. So that was a lie. They ain't say nothing. They quiet. Quiet. They ain't say one word. They can catch. No. They come out and blow up what they say, a submarine. It's a submarine. Okay. It wasn't a real submarine. It was a light submersible. It could have go just below the water, but they ain't going deep in the water, just right below. It's a light submersible. Donald Trump come out and say it was loaded up to the top with fentanyl. Loaded with fentanyl. Enough fentanyl to kill 25,000 Americans. Okay. So I use the government website and the narcotics website and all this thing to see how much fentanyl they go take to overdose and how much fentanyl they go take to kill somebody. Just to see. I want to see quantity. Let me know. I go do the maths. So I check. Now, the largest bust them ever get in the United States for fentanyl was 400 kilograms. That's about 880 and some change pound. Okay. That amount of fentanyl, that amount, and that go fit in a boat easy. And it's a submarine, they say, and the picture it shows a big thing. It is small. You know, it's comparable to one of them fishing boat now. Maybe a little bigger, about size comparison. The largest was they get was 400 kilo. That was enough to kill 57 million people. 57 million. You know how much fentanyl they go take to kill 25,000 people? Now I know all in the Caribbean, all are familiar with hockey and thing, but the comparison I get is about the size of a hockey puck. So let me give all you a kind of size comparison. There's a drink can here. There's a club soda. Alright? You know what fentanyl in this go kill 25,000 people? That much from where my finger is. Right there. That much there. That much. That is what they find on there. That is a major trafficking. Major trafficking. But they kill 2. And somehow 2 men get away from in a submarine. They hold them for trafficking. But since America changed their laws, drug trafficking now is considered terrorism. So under that law, you could take them in and hold them and put them in American jail and try them in American court. But instead of doing that, they release them and send them back home to Colombia and Ecuador. I'd say we will let their judicial system deal with them. But I thought them was drug trafficker. I thought them was terrorists. And them shipping tons of fentanyl, man. Tons of fentanyl. All they had 25,000 people and all they think, hey man, I spent partner it does take. less than a, you know what kind of small thing will go kill you with fentanyl, boy? Let me show you things. This is what I see, eh? You see that little piece of paper there, so that piece, that will kill about 3 or 4 people. That will kill about 3 people. This little piece of paper here, that will kill 2 to 3 people. Easy. Easy. But that is massive cargo. And it was headed to America. Heading out in the Caribbean water. Going to America. I know my geography and thing off, eh? It's donkey years since me in school, eh? But correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me. Them know it's a rail boat and thing out in the water there, so. Rail boat. The cartel and guerrillas and the militia and thing, all of them control the Darien Gap. They control it. From the Darien Gap is a straight shot through. It make more sense to go that way than get in a boat and try and go around and go all through the Caribbean there, so all the way down to Cuba and then all the way to Florida. Pick sense from nonsense. Where you refueling? Because you don't have enough fuel to get there, so where you refueling? So it's a lie they getting all you. A lie. 32 people get killed in that water. Conversely, there was a fella, what is his name? I can't remember the man's name, eh? But he's an expert in military and things like that. And he was saying with the boats and all the hardware and everything they have in the water, they can easily seize these boats with these individuals in it and take it. Easily, they don't have to blow them up, they can capture the boats like that. But they're blowing them up. Blowing them up. Okay. Yeah. And them 2 young man was drug dealer. Them was drug dealer. And still I have no evidence, because the evidence they show is not evidence associated with that case. Because partner, you blow it up, it have no evidence. Where the evidence? Them family even have body to bury. But the cocaine and things survive. Fentanyl and things survive. Alright. Alright. Because of that, and because of the actions of the United States, you have all the CARICOM nations coming together and they want to be a zone of peace. They don't want this. They don't want that. They want the drugs. They want the problems. They want it gone. But they don't want people dead in the water. Now, I agree with CARICOM and all this. But I agree and I do agree. I can agree with certain things, but other things I say is just a waste of time, and this is all. Let me leave it at that. But Trinidad, no. We don't want part of that. Okay. Alright, they don't want part of it. Okay. US issue a security alert for all American in Trinidad. And all American buildings and businesses and all them things, all like they issue a security alert. Why they do that? Because they know what they was going to do. Then when I tell all you, they launch and repair drone and thing. Them was going there to bomb it. They was going there for a reason. And Maduro catch them before they get a chance to get there. But he didn't catch the Delta Force and SEAL Team 6 and Green Beret that get sneaky inside. Before. So them they identifying target and all kind of thing. And letting them know time to come in and catch them short. Or maybe they wanted them to catch them. Think about it. Because there's a reason why they're moving closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. Them are going back, you know. Them going closer. And you have all them helicopter and plane and things flying around Trinidad. I again reported, we see the helicopter flying, plane flying non-stop. It's non-stop, it's non-stop. They go into Venezuela. But that's not if it's when, you know, they go in. All right. Okay. Now, Miss Kamala finally opened up she blasted mouth. Finally opened up she mouth to talk about two things. National security and Trinidad and Tobago putting in an application to be part of the UN Security Council. As for national security, Mr. USA, one asked when Trinidadians getting licked up. USA nothing. Not one word you're quiet. You see nothing. Nothing. I fed up look on newspaper and look and read this article and that article, and there's every damn day people getting killed in the country. Every day, madam. Me hear one word out of you. But when you address the security issue, what were you addressing? The security alert for the United States, not for Trinidadians, for the United States. And who you address? Americans living in Trinidad and Tobago. And you tell them, don't worry, we have your security at heart. We are here to defend you. We are here to defend Trinidadians. Now you put Trinidadian name in it. Once they start to threaten America, you open your mouth fast. You send police there. You send military there. One time, you issue a state of emergency for the blasted country. You won't do one damn thing. Not one. Because the killing and thing and stuff is going on every blasted day. Because criminals listening to you, madam. Yes, they're listening to you. But America involved now. America. Don't hurt one American, you know. Because if you touch one American, oh good. Partner is war, they go come in and blow up we country. You care more about them kiss me as American living in Trinidad than Trinidadian. That is exactly what you say. Because you will see one word about them two young men that get killed in that water. Not one blasted word, madam. You say nothing. And the evidence showing it's a lie that the United States giving everybody. A lie. But you will say one word. Guyana come out and talk about it. Guyana. Venezuela talk about it. Brazil talk about it. Colombia talk about it. They're talking about that all through Latin America. But Trinidad and Tobago, the hiding prime minister, Miss New Sari, she self say one blasted word. Not one. And the PNM now they want to open their mouth and say, well, this is this, and they condemn it, and this shouldn't have happened, and is this fault? No, it's all your fault too. Because when all you was there, it's all your policy that increased the crime in the country. All you do that. In all your 10 years running the country, all you increase crime to an unprecedented, blasted level. All you do that. So shut your mouth one time. All you shut up. All you do it. I tell all you, UNC, lay down the foundation. Miss Kamala, when she was there before, she laid the foundation. P&M come along and them build up the walls. And now Miss Kamala come back to build the roof. All of them is the same, every last one of all you. But now that it affecting American interest, now, madam, you going on act. Now you quick to act. And now you want to be part of the UN Security Council. Okay. And when they ask you, what kind of things what are you going to look towards? What are you going to do? Was the first one that come out of your mouth? It wasn't security. It wasn't for Trinidad. It wasn't security of Trinidadians in the country. It wasn't that. No, madam, what was it? Climate change. Climate change. Which tell me every country that using this climate change nastiness is bullshit, all of them using it as an excuse to launder and thief money. Every single one. Because all of them putting billions into it. While companies like BlackRock, which has massive holdings in fossil fuel, this last year alone and this year, from the last quarter of last year into the first quarter of this year, have invested over $400 billion in fossil fuel. Them investing in renewable energy. Them investing in green technology and all them stupidness you want to feed Trinidadians. Nah. Them invested in fossil fuel. Why? Why, madam? Because climate change is a real thing. And this will tie into that. All you turn around and sell. You sell the Point of Peer refinery to a Nigerian company called Orlando Oil and Gas. The previous contract all you was working with, not all you, but the previous government was working with, was a U.S. company. It was $700 billion contract. $700 billion. And they would have given them a 51% stake in ownership. 51%. That gone through. But now all you work a deal with Orlando Oil for $783 billion. What percentage I'm owning of that? What percentage? And all you go say, yeah, but it was losing money, I was losing money. Yeah, because all you wasn't keeping up infrastructure. Nothing you was doing, you wasn't doing nothing, you was sucking it dry, you were taking all the oil, you wasn't fixing nothing. It's like you have a car, you get a car, you have change the oil, you have do this, you have do that, you have take care of the transmission, you have take care of nothing. You barely put gas in it and you drive it. You drive it, and then you get vexed when it breaks down. And when you had to fix this, and when you had to fix that, and when you had to fix this, and then you want to cost the car when you take care of it to begin with. When that oil refinery started up, maybe in the 1950s, I believe, it was doing 1,200 barrels a day. By the 1980s, it was pumping out an average of, what was it? In excess of 360,000 barrels a day. A day. And it had the potential to do over 700,000 barrels a day. Over that. And all you're bringing in a Nigerian company now. A Nigerian company. BlackRock had no direct investment in that company, but what it does is all the supporting infrastructure and all the supporting systems which that company and African oil companies rely on. BlackRock have a major stake in that. All you want to point your finger at P&M because them give a 3-year lease for Pitch Lake to China. But you giving away everything. And if you sell 51% at a refinery and ownership of that to Nigeria, madam, they own 51%. They own the majority. They own it. They already give away the oil. Or say we're going to open it, we're going to fix it, we're going to open it, we're going to do all these things. All you're doing one ass, not one thing, not one thing, not one thing. And the money you're going to see is negligible. You are seeing nothing. Nothing. But who going to profit? America. 100% America profited. 100%. So what you shop on TV for? What you do interview and thing for? Because it seems every time you shop is only two things you're talking about. Only two things. And every time you open your mouth, there's only one country you're dealing with as America. America, 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 America. We have America back. We will support America in everything they do. We support America. We support this. Madam, if a country owns your resource, and eventually that country is going to control your monetary system, how you own the country? What you own? You don't own one thing, not one. Because if they control your resource and they control your money, I don't care what flag you fly, and I don't care what anthem you sing. The country don't belong to you anymore. Because if them pull and say, I taken everything, we want it back, you have nothing. Your country crash. It done overnight. Or they go turn into Zimbabwe. That's exactly what will happen. Just so. Ask Jamaica, them know. It happened there. Ask them. Look at Zimbabwe. Go look, man. Go and look. Look what happened there. Look what happening in South Africa right now. Go and look. But you know, proud Trinidadians, we are selling the country. Nah, we just giving the resources away. We selling that. But we own the country because we still have a flag and we still have a national anthem. But all you do own nothing else. Yeah. So Mr. Tanku, and you're welcome. How that budget working out, huh? How that working out, Mr. Man? When all you quiet there, so quiet. And all you want to do is play party politics and condemn the next one and make them feel small and talk down and talk out all your bottom. That's all you're doing. When the UNC wins, everybody wins. Promise made, promise kept. All you're doing one ass because everything all you say costing Trinidadians money. And all of them go find out next year. Starting January, everybody in the country go find out. Starting next year. Crime going through the roof, all you're doing one ass, but they say boot America, all you jump one time, boy. Massa say jump, Misting you say how high. Donald Trump say jump, you jumping, man. And you have everybody jumping with you too. While them lying and licking up people in the blasted water. And then showing all your fake evidence. Misinformation, all you like to see that one, eh? Misinformation. Trust that man and trust them, yeah. The same day Charlie Cook get killed, the US passed a law, a bill, and one part of the bill that had to do with the Epstein files and Epstein case. Let me tell all you, because the exact same day they was doing that. And what that case involved? Lowering the age for statutory rape to 14. 14 with mitigating circumstances. Why? So everybody on that Epstein list get off. Every one of them. I wonder why. Yeah? And that's why Donald Trump come and say, nah, it have nothing there. Nothing. That is why they say that, because now it have nothing. You can't charge them, they may commit a crime. I wonder why. The man who say I was never there, I hardly knew him. And they come out and turn around, they know each other for donkey years. Years and years. Never knew him. I was never there. Never on the plane. And the show manifest he was on the plane. But they say no, nothing ever happened when he was on that plane. Nothing. They had no evidence to say anything happened either way. Nothing happened. That is hearsay. But they say he was on the plane, but nothing happened. That's hearsay. There's no evidence to support anything that happened. Now there's no evidence for nothing. Nobody will do nothing. Nobody. But trust that man. Trust that man. And you talking to Qatar to deal with Venezuela? All you're talking to Qatar, where all them terrorists and them just build a mansion and living in big condo and thing and all them money and thing chuck up there? That is what Qatar does do. That is the backbone of the economy. That an oil refinery. They're all you're talking to deal with Venezuela. Well, boy, it's like they see in this papi show land, everything is a papi show, boy. Oh, good partner is a papi show again with, yes? Me, I know what to do, eh? Me know what to do, partner. Me know if they get vexed or laugh, eh? Because I never see dotishness so in my entire blasted life. And every time something happen, Miss Thing quiet and she still open, she blasted mouth and talk about them two boys that get killed. Nothing. She has saying one word about all them Trinidad and look up it get. You know, people get killed yesterday alone. Yesterday alone, and she has seen one word. But for America, she open she mouth. Big man, she mouth and shut up. She open she mouth. Open your mouth. You allowing America to launch a war on a country. You allowing America to commit war crime in we water. You allowing America to fly the plane and thing over we airspace to attack our people there. So I do agree with Maduro. Maduro is a madman. Maduro is a communist dictator. You can't argue that. He's the same as Chavez. All of them was the same. But even the people in Venezuela who catching ass because of that man, them ready to back you up and go and fight because they know America ain't coming there to help them. America coming there to take the country and take their resource. That is what America coming for. And Guyana find out the hard way too. Because same ExxonMobil come and take the blasted oil Guyana have. Same ExxonMobil. And Shell and this one, all controlled by Vanguard, BlackRock and Rockefeller Foundation. And all of them in the same social circle along with the Trump Foundation. Yeah. That's conspiracy theory, yes? Yeah, until it proves fact. And you telling me you are selling out the country? You know war coming there. You know that for a fact. You know. I could see it happening. It happening now. Them putting people there ready. Them moving closer. Them trying to surround Venezuela. Them going in. It is not a question. But misting what going to happen to Trinidadians in the country. You hear about the massive shutdown, internet shutdown in the States, banking system, digital currency, all them things shut down. Who do it? Airport system, everything gets shut down. Okay. But that can't happen in Trinidad, eh? All they have computer made by America, with American chips and everything. Yeah. Do what you're good at, eh? Go back to hiding and sorry shopping. Go back to hiding. Because misting, your stupidness putting every Caribbean nation at risk. And your stupidness making every Trinidadian look bad on the face of this planet. Everywhere on the world, you making we look bad. You. So all you, I tell all you, make sure all you have, eh? I can't stress that enough, make sure you have. Because as you see, things are getting easier, getting harder. And partner go get real hard, it coming. It's not if, it's when. It coming. So be prepared. It's better to have and not need that need and not have. And if you have enough, share with your neighbors, share with your family, share, because all of is family, all of is brother and sister. So share what you have, all you help each other. Because when things happen, they're so misting and go sick around, all of them, they gone. Them go full up their pocket and them taking off and them gone to America, you know. Them may stay in there. Them go run and hide. That's like all them former Prime Minister Trinidad and Tobago that take off and go on to Panama. Them go do the same thing, but them going to America. When she start to put American interests over Trinidadians, it have a big problem. And that is exactly what she do. Because she do nothing for Trinidadians, but once they threaten America, she act immediately. What that telling all you? What? Anyway, like I always say, always in the video, eh? I love all of you. I love all you too bad. Love all you too bad. I love my brothers and sisters in Trinidad. All of you. Me care what you is, me care what you believe, me care partner. I love all of you too bad, too bad, too bad. And it's hurting me to see, boy. Because all I see is my family getting licked up, my family suffering, and you know, I feeling it here too. Me are rich, but I, you know, I just paying my bills and thing. Me and my family, we just, you know, we have enough. We are just getting by there. So it real hard here too. It ain't easy. But we say, if you have, you go make do. You go make it work. You go make do with what you have. And that's what we doing. Same thing like all you doing the same thing. All you have, all you go make do with what you have. Yes, and you go fix up and, you know. That's what all we doing. So all we have to look out for each other because they make care, partner. Them full of them pocket and thing, you know. Them belly and thing full. They make care, you know. Them air conditioner and thing in their house, you know. They make care. But all you go feel it. And then may go get one ass. But let shit stick up in one American ass there so and watch how fast missing show up to wipe, eh? Watch how fast. Partner, the devil they go show up with a pitchfork and horns, you know. I'm telling you. He go show up and he go sweet talk you and you go fall for everything because he's sweet and he's nice. And if you look at every serial killer and all them things, they always say the same thing. He was captivating. He was so sweet and so nice. I never expected it. Even Hitler's mother would have said he was a sweet boy, you know. Evil, not sometimes evil obvious, eh? But in most cases, evil so subtle you can't even tell. You're struggling to see. Open your eye. Or you're walking around with your face looking at the ground. And you're listening to them to get all your direction. Lift up your head and open your eye. God gave you 2 eyes. God gave you a brain. And God gave you ears. Use it. Use it. Look at history, what happened in history. Read a history book. Read The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Read that book. And you will see what they're doing. You will see how the whole thing structured. Because like I tell all, it all go to the money, you know. It's about the dollar. It's about the resources and the money. Who control that? But now every time gold saw a depression follow, you know. And every time the past 2 times depression happened, what come right after? A world war. They crashing the economy purposely. They collecting all the resources. And then they crashing the economy so they could implement a new digital system, a digital dollar, which they can manipulate and which they can control. And now they can control you. They don't want you owning nothing. They don't want you having nothing. But they're going to control everything. And if you don't fall in line, they cut you off one time. You can't access nothing. You can't pay your taxes on your house. You can't pay this. You can't pay water bill. You can't pay light bill. You can't access your bank. You can't travel. You can't do nothing. And then they come in and take everything. And then eventually they put you in jail. You don't believe me? Look up Palantir. Look up Palantir AI. And why it is Elon Musk and the United States government so interested in it right now. Look that up. Look it up. Look up BlackRock. BlackRock investment in AI and digital currency. Look that up. Vanguard too. And them is the ones pushing it. I wonder why. I wonder why. And then Miss Thing saying they go in digital. The new digital ID. Yeah. All right. Listen to them. Listen to she. Them don't care. Them is wicked people, boy. They have an ulterior motive, but they smiling in your face. They go feed you some jalebi and they go give you some coffee and thing and smile and laugh and they rub in you. And then they put in everybody in their own perspective pen and they go lie to you and lie to she and lie to he and lie to me. And then all our we go take all our we so and lead all our we to the same blasted slaughterhouse. As they throw in feed on the ground. So you put your face in the ground, you eat the food, and you walk right into the slaughterhouse. And then when you go on, they take everything. So all you keep all your eyes on these open. Look out for your brother and sister. All are we the same. None are we different. All are we the same. Protect each other. Love each other. Partner. Love each other. That is the greatest gift God ever gave, was love. Love each other. Love your brother and sister as you love yourself. Because without people, you will have a country, you know. You don't have a country. Without Trinidadians, they have no Trinidad, you know. So God bless all you. God keep all you and God guide all you. And on this beautiful day, Lord Father, show some mercy to Trinbago and all the people that feeling it right now with what's going on. And especially with all that flooding and thing that happened. Show some mercy. And if it's your will, bring back we sweet, sweet auntie. Bring it back. Alright? See you on the next one. Take it easy, Jed.